So this brand is doing 100K a month, and they've done like 350 grand since June, and that's when they started. So they're called Try Bloom, and they're running these interesting ads, which are like as you can see, just look at it right here. Like, what is this? Okay, and you look at their landing page. I have no idea how they didn't get flagged by Meta, but it's whatever. And they're running 210 ads. They're running men and women. They're running some broad, and these are what they look like. And these are pretty interesting. Like going with this kind of, you know, questionable ads right here. And I try to find them, but if you know, like if you're researching on the ad library, you're gonna come across ads that are like story based. There's a lot of them there. I don't know why I can't find it anymore. But there's like story ads that lead to like these story sites, and these kind of reminded me of them. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but if you've been on the ad library, you definitely know. And these guys are profitable. They're running 3 different products, and I'm looking at the pages, and as you can see, first thing I see is they need to improve their product images. Okay, look at it. This one's the best one, and it's just like super simple. They definitely need more images and more text on these images. Like, first image, you can have text on it, just make it look good. Like, these are like the word, like, this is like AI in like 2020. Okay, this is just like a little background with this soap on it. Like, I don't know, it looks really cheap, and you definitely don't want this. And also, this is kind of crazy. I don't know about that. And it looks like there is working for them. Let's see their ads.
This shit had me glowing like a light skin on a summer day. And as always, I spent my hard-earned money on this shit. I don't do the free samples because I want you guys to know that I'm actually buying this shit and not just trying to sell you a product.
He's a bottom, and I want his butthole to be pink. So
What? Okay, that's a bit weird. I don't know. That's an interesting angle. I don't see that often. I don't know if you want a brand that's like that, but as you can see, there's these freaky ads. Like, I don't know. It seems like it's working for them. They definitely need to fix up these landing pages. Like, look at this. They're selling these products. I think they're branching out a bit too much early. Like, all you really need is one solid product. Like, if this is working for them, they just sell this, and then they just try and scale it as high as possible, and then they test pre-sale pages. So they could test advertorials. Maybe a listicle will work for this. With this angle is like, it's throwing me off. And this is the offer, which is, they're running a subscribe and save, which is good, but it's just 1 soap, 2 soap, 3 soap. They're not giving anything for free, and they're not, it's low AOV. Okay, they're running like quantity breaks, but there's not like, yeah, they're upselling right here, which is okay, but really you wanna bundle them all up. And also, you gotta make them look good first. Like, you gotta make sure you got it solid, and then you expand. But yeah, you could definitely come up with a bundle for this to increase your AOV, because it's like $30 for 1 soap, which is pretty low. If you want to scale, you want as high AOV as possible, and it is possible with a $30 product, right? You can come up with a bundle, right? When people buy soap, what else do they buy? They buy like a loofah, maybe. Like, what's cheap that you can add in here that'll make sense? Or you could just go off with that kind of angle, that weird angle. Like, if you're selling it, bro, you can literally create like a new page and a new thing revolving the product. Oh, it's intimate brightening soap. That's his main angle, but he didn't fully commit though. Cause it says Tri Bloom Lemon and Turmeric Kojic Acid Intimate Brightening Soap. Okay. But they're just selling like face wash and so this is the intimate one. The other two they're not selling at that angle, which is interesting. And then they got a regular checkout. Definitely for this brand, if it were me, I would just drop, let's say this is their best selling product, bro, drop these two, fix the offer, right? Make sure you're running like a pre-sale page and then charge more and then run upsells and downsells, right? One and after. And then once you scale up, you can build out a sales page, like a full proper order page with one-time offers, upsells, downsells. But really, this angle is really interesting. And they're selling to women too.
Oh my God. No chingues, güey. Imagínate andar así. Yo la neta me moría de la pena andar con estas manchas. Yo probé de todo, cremas, jabones y nada que se me quite.
If you have hyperpigmentation down there and avoid intimacy because of it, I know your pain, but I also know the solution. Here's what actually works instead. Start with clean, damp skin.
Right, so it looks like this guy is conflicted. Like, all of these selling to men, it's probably working for him because he's like doing all of this. He's selling to men with like an intimate angle, but then here he's selling it as like a soap, but also kind of taking the intimate angle right here. Very interesting stuff.
Why does hyperpigmentation in inner thighs even happen? Hyperpigmentation in inner thigh happens.
Alright, so it's all over the place. I definitely want, if I was running this brand, I definitely want more structure. Like, he can test those angles, but like less variables. Because this page, I'm assuming he's only running one landing page for the soap, which if he calls it the intimate brightening soap but he has non-intimate angles, it just doesn't make any sense unless he's split testing these landing pages with different names for the product. Yeah, but that's interesting. Watch out for cheap replicas. Okay, not bad, pretty good. Yeah, I would. They're kind of splitting the focus. I'm pretty sure this guy was trying to hire me before. The guy who owned his brand, I was like, I remember it. But anyways, yeah, I would definitely try and increase the AOV for this. And build out a really, really nice advertorial. Or listicle page. Maybe listicle page. Just put like all these intimate reasons and everything. And just package it like that. 7 reasons why. What's this?
So I got this soap on the TikTok shop because an OnlyFans creator told me it naturally bleaches your butthole.
Okay. Anyways. It's pretty interesting. It's working for these guys. They got my attention. But definitely need some more structure in their funnel. Because when you test too many things at once, like everything just gets diluted and you won't be able to know what's actually working like really well. Right? Anyways, if you need a page, okay, you can just message me on X. I make advertorials